Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your yoga teacher for today. Today is day 19, and it's going to be all about checking in to self love. A lot of people can view this a lot of different ways. We're going to sort it out what it means for us here on the mat today. Go ahead and meet me in extended child's pose. Going to go ahead and start by grounding into the mat. Taking those knees to the outside edges of the mat. Big toes touch. And then send those hips back. Then slowly walk the hands forward, beginning to drop the forehead to the mat. Dropping in right here today. Checking in with the body. Acknowledging our act of self-love here. Piling out this time for ourselves and for no one else is 100% an act of self-love. Some people think that self-care is not the same as self-love. However, I feel that when we take care of ourselves, our bodies, our mental states, we are showing ourselves an act of love. So in a sense, self-care is self-love. It is loving yourself. You are taking care of yourself. And that's important. I always say we can't fully take care of other people if we don't even know how to take care of ourselves. This applies to love. If you don't know how to love yourself, how can you fully love others? I understand you could still love them, but is it the real deep love that you know they deserve? Or is it coming from the place that you know love is? That's a little something to ponder there. Go ahead and walk your arms over towards the left. This is going to give the stretch all down our right side body here. Just breathing. You have those tight spots. You just breathe in those rays of pink healing love. And on your exhales, you send that pink healing love to those tight spaces. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift up and walk over towards the right. So now we're stretching all down the left side body. Nice big inhales. And the exhales allow us to direct that energy to the tight areas. Go ahead and walk back to center. We're going to do some cat-cow spinal rolls here. So we're going to be in our extended child's pose, and we're going to press up. When we press up, we round through the spine like a cat motion. And then we press back, we drop the belly and lift the chest and come all the way back into our extended child's pose. Okay? So we're going to roll forward, rounding heavily through that spine. And on our exhale, we're going to lift that chest, drop that belly, and send the hips back towards our feet, back into our extended child's pose. So I want you to go ahead and do this a couple times on your own. Feeling into your body, seeing how this spinal movement feels, and really feeling into the way that your body moves and how it feels whenever you take it slow and really feel into your body. Connecting the breath with the movement, allowing the inhales to lift you up and the exhales to send you back. Just do this a few more times on your own here. And when you feel like you've had enough, we're going to go ahead and meet me in all fours here. Go ahead and look at the puppy tail. So look towards your left feet. And then turn and look towards those right feet. Beautiful. Tuck those toes. Let's send our hips up and back, downward facing dog. Our first down dog of the day. Go ahead and give your dog a nice little walk here. Stretching out all through those hamstrings. Maybe even taking your right hand off, taking it to the left ankle, doing a little twist. Maybe pointing both heels towards the right. Getting those side body stretches. Just find whatever feels good here. And then we're going to hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. We're in our forward fold here. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Weight should be in the toes. And exhale, fold over both of those legs. Inhale, root to rise. Arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale them down through heart center. Beautiful. Go ahead and inhale those arms back up. And let's exhale, let's swan dive. So open those arms up into cactus and come all the way down and forward. Forward fold. Plant those hands, step the right foot back, followed by the left. Lower down the knees, the chest and the chin, and come through to cobra. And exhale, me and me back in our downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. The neck is an extension of the spine. Exhale, fold. We're going to inhale, root to rise, arms all the way up overhead. And let's exhale them down and find our most beautiful mountain pose here. Take a big inhale and exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, arms up overhead. And let's exhale, let's swan dive. So cactus those arms and fall all the way forward. Plant those hands, step the right foot back, followed by the left. We are now in our plank, so just rock here, forwards and backwards. Having those glutes engaged, our core is engaged. Just a little rock here. And we'll come through for our chaturanga. Push up into our upward facing dog. Beautiful. Meet me back in a downward facing dog. Very nice. Go ahead and sweep that right leg up. 3-leg dog. Hold. Got square hips here. And bring that knee to nose. Hold and round through the spine here. And exhale, step it in between the hands. We're going to go ahead and pivot on that left foot and rise up into our warrior one. Okay, add them arms up and breathe, making sure you can see that front big toe. No holding or clenching here. We have our glutes engaged, our thighs are engaged, and our feet are actively pulling towards each other. One more deep breath in And exhale, frame that foot and step that right foot back. I'm going to roll forward into plank, lower down chaturanga, push up into our upward facing dog, meet back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Sweep that left leg up, squared hips. Breathe, hold, no clenching here. We are breathing actively, squared shoulders. Roll forward, knee to nose. Hold. And exhale, step in between the hands. Pivot that right foot and rise up into our warrior one. Beautiful. Arms up overhead. Breathing. Making sure we're engaged here. No collapsing. And exhale, frame that foot, step it back, downward dog. Roll forward into plank, lower down chaturanga, push up into our upward facing dog, and meet me back, downward facing dog. Very nice. You can take a few deep breaths here. Go ahead and just walk that dog out. Getting yourself back into feel. Sweep that right leg up and bring it knee to nose. Big round here. Big press. 3-leg dog. And knee to nose. And 3-leg dog. And knee to nose. And step it through. Pivot on that back foot and rise up into our warrior one. Beautiful. Go and take those arms into cactus. So big, open, expansive chest here, radiating that heart towards the ceiling, sending all that love out. And exhale, plant the hands and step it back into downward dog. Roll forward, plank, lower down chaturanga, push up, upward facing dog, meet me back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. You are amazing. Sweep that left leg up, 3-leg dog. Breathe and roll forward, knee to nose. And 3-leg dog. Roll forward, knee to nose. 3-leg dog. And roll forward, knee to nose. Step it through and allow your inhale to rise you up. Pivot on that back foot. Arms up. Warrior one. Beautiful. Making sure you can see that front left toe. The knee is not splaying over the ankle. And let's go and take those cactus arms here. Chest is expansive, gaze is up, smile is on the face. You are love. I am loving. And exhale, frame that foot, step it back, downward dog. Roll forward into plank, lower down chaturanga, push up, upward facing dog, meet me back, downward facing dog. Whew. Very nice. Go ahead and lower down to those knees. Keeping the toes tucked, we're going to go ahead and walk back and sit on those toes. Nice little toe stretch here. You can have your hands in your lap, or you can face them up and close your eyes. If stillness isn't what you're going for, you can take your wrists and give them a little roll out here. You could even do your shoulder stretches here if that's what you're going for. Whatever you need to do. I know the toe stretch can be a little bit intense, so doing things to take our minds off of the pain can be good. Go ahead and rise up. And we're in like a standing, kneeling position. We're coming into camel. So We're going to make sure that we are nice and tall here. We're going to bring the palms of our hands right above our sits bones and the small of our back here. Right now, my pelvis is totally tilted. I want to bring it back to neutral. Okay, so that means that I have to engage my glutes. My thighs are engaged. This protects my knees and my backs and my backs. Okay, so go ahead and inhale. When we exhale, we push those hips forward, slight bend. Gaze can go up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And inhale, come back up. Beautiful. We're going to do it again. So you can leave your hands or put them back. And if you want, you can take your hands down to your ankles if you're there. Otherwise, we're going to come back into this standing kneeling, neutral, tilting that pelvis, engage those glutes, push those hips forward, and go ahead and come back into our camel. And like I said, if you wanted a little more, you could take your hands down to your feet or your ankles, still engaging those glutes and those thighs and pressing those hips forward actively. Beautiful. Exhale or inhale. We're going to come back up and go and sit back. We're going to go ahead and come all the way down to our backs. If you want to take a little rock and roll here, be my guest. Give a little massage through that spine. And then we're going to go ahead and bring the feet to the floor, knees up. We're going to do some bridges here. So let's go ahead and make sure we can feel our heels here. And the first one, we're just going to tilt the pelvis towards the face. So no real big tilt here, just working the core and the glutes and the back. Let's go ahead and inhale and tilt the pelvis towards your face. Breathing, no holding or clenching here. And release. Windshield wiper those legs, left or right. And let's go ahead and come back. This time I'm going to offer you the option to interlace your hands under your back. So on your next inhale, go ahead and push up and tuck those shoulder blades and interlace those hands. Glutes and thighs are engaged here. These protect all of our joints and tendons, especially in the knee. Breathe. We're not holding or clenching. We have big smiles on our faces. We are happy yogis. Can you take that right foot off the mat? How does it feel? What about the left foot off the mat? And release. Windshield wiper those legs, left to right. If you have full wheel in your practice, now is when I will offer you to do full wheel. Otherwise, we're going to come into bridge again. We're going to do bridge with you guys. So making sure we can feel those heels and lifting up and tucking those shoulder blades, interlacing those hands. Engaged in the glutes and the thighs, gazes up. Breathe. If you tuck the legs off, maybe you can try it again and see if you can straighten the leg. And it's okay if the legs shake. It's working lots of muscles. And release. Windshield wiper those legs, left or right. Very nice. Very good job, you guys. So we're going to do some twists. We're going to do them a little bit different today. I feel like we do twists the same all the time, so I want to mix it up. We're going to take our right leg over the left, arms out in T, and drop the legs over towards the left. Gaze goes towards the right hand. allowing the breath and the body to return back to its normal ebb and flow. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Take the left leg over the right now and allow them to fall over to the right. Gaze goes towards the left. Beautiful. And inhale back to center. We're going to get into a seated position so you can rock and roll your way up there, or just roll over and come into a seated position. However you want to get there, we're going to meet in our most beautiful seated position. Go ahead and shut your eyes down. Hands on your thighs or palms facing up, whichever you desire right now. Showing up for yourself is an act of self-love. Taking care of your body is 100% an act of self-love. So way to show up for you. Way to make yourself a priority. Way to show yourself some love. I'm so grateful for you showing up on this mat. I always challenge you to stay here in the stillness and the silence for as long as you can. The light in me acknowledges and honors the light that is inside of you. Namaste.